Jasmine Paolini was born on December 4, 1996, in Castelnuovo di Garfagnana, a small town in Tuscany, Italy. Growing up in a region known for its picturesque landscapes, Jasmine's early life was one marked by a love for sports, and tennis would soon become the focus of her athletic ambitions. Her family, especially her father, was integral to her introduction to tennis. Paolini's father, who played tennis casually, enrolled her in the sport when she was just a young girl. This marked the beginning of her tennis journey, which would eventually take her to the professional ranks. Paolini showed an early affinity for tennis, and her talents were quickly recognized. However, her path was not a straightforward one. Despite her natural abilities, Paolini faced obstacles in terms of her size and playing style. Standing at 5'4", 163 cm, she wasn't as physically imposing as many of her peers. However, she made up for it with her determination, speed, and consistency. Her playing style was based on a solid baseline game, where patience and tactical precision were paramount. Her focus on improving her mental toughness and work ethic became key factors that would shape her career moving forward. By the age of 14, Paolini began competing in local and regional tournaments, gradually working her way up through the Italian tennis scene. During these early years, she honed her skills and learned to cope with the challenges of competing at higher levels. Paolini's performances in the junior circuit also allowed her to gauge her potential and confirm that tennis was the path she wanted to pursue professionally. Her success in these junior events built a foundation for her professional aspirations. Transition to professional tennis. 2012-2015. Jasmine Paolini turned professional in 2012, making her entry into the tennis world as a teenager. Like many young players, her early years on the professional circuit were challenging as she adjusted to the grueling demands of the sport. Paolini started competing in ITF tournaments, which serve as the stepping stones to the WTA Tour. These tournaments provided her with valuable experience and exposure to the higher levels of competition. Her initial years on the circuit saw mixed results, but Paolini showed glimpses of her potential, consistently performing well in lower-tier events. By 2014, Paolini had begun to make waves in the tennis world with her consistent performances in ITF tournaments, where she captured her first ITF singles title. This victory was a turning point for the young Italian, as it boosted her confidence and marked her first significant breakthrough on the international stage. As she continued to climb the ranks, Paolini made her first appearance in the main draws of WTA Tour events in 2015, a milestone in her professional career. These early experiences exposed her to the level of competition required to compete at the top and gave her the opportunity to learn from the best. Although her results in the larger tournaments were not immediately stellar, she gained invaluable knowledge from playing against higher-ranked players and continued to refine her game. Career peak. 2016-2020. Jasmine Paolini's career began to take a more defined shape between 2016 and 2020, as she gained confidence and steadily improved her rankings. Her breakthrough on the WTA Tour occurred in 2016 when she earned her first victory at a WTA event. That year, Paolini reached the second round of the 2016 US Open, marking her first Grand Slam win and signaling her readiness to compete at the highest level. The period between 2017 and 2020 saw Paolini's game evolve significantly. She secured multiple singles titles on the ITF circuit, further boosting her ranking and gaining attention for her work ethic and consistency. In particular, her performances on clay courts, her favorite surface, helped her gain recognition in the tennis community. Known for her tenacious baseline game and her ability to construct rallies, Paolini developed a style of play that was difficult for opponents to break down. Her strong footwork and quick reflexes made her a formidable competitor, and she showed improvement in managing the pressure of high-stakes matches. During this period, Paolini's climb through the WTA rankings was steady. She consistently reached the second and third rounds of major tournaments and began to regularly challenge higher-ranked players. Her first WTA semi-final appearance came in 2019, and it served as an indication of the progress she was making on the circuit. Although she had not yet broken into the top 50, she had established herself as a solid, reliable player capable of competing with top talent. However, it was in 2020 that Paolini began to make her biggest leap forward. Throughout the year, she reached the semi-finals and finals of multiple WTA tournaments, showing the tennis world that she was ready for the next stage of her career. She began to establish herself as one of Italy's most promising players, and her performances gave rise to the belief that her time at the top of women's tennis was just around the corner. Main achievements: 2020-2023. The 2020s marked the period when Jasmine Paolini truly began to shine on the WTA Tour. Her most notable achievement came in 2021 when she captured her first WTA singles title. Paolini's victory at the 2021 Portorož Open in Slovenia was a defining moment in her career. She defeated powerful opponents along the way and capped off her victory with a solid performance in the final, defeating world number 48, Kristina Pliskova, 6-4, 6-3. This triumph put Paolini on the map as a serious contender on the WTA circuit and opened up opportunities for her to compete in bigger tournaments. With this win, Paolini entered the top 50 of the WTA rankings for the first time, a monumental achievement in her career. The victory in Portorož was followed by consistent results, including a quarter-final appearance at the 2021 Italian Open in Rome, which further solidified her position among the rising stars of women's tennis. Her game, particularly her ability to compete on clay, made her a dangerous opponent on the surface, and she showed an ability to compete with some of the world's best. Paolini's consistency over the next few years kept her within the top 50, and she continued to improve as a player. In 2022, she reached the second round of both the Australian Open and the French Open, demonstrating her capability to hold her own in Grand Slam tournaments. Paolini's performances in the 2022 season reinforced the belief that she had not reached her peak yet, and she remained a player to watch in the coming years. One of her major milestones in 2022 was breaking into the top 40 of the WTA rankings, a testament to her improvement and hard work. Throughout the year, Paolini's ability to compete consistently in high-level events, coupled with her deep runs in lower-tier tournaments, kept her in the hunt for bigger titles. By 2023, Paolini's rankings continued to improve as she remained one of Italy's top tennis talents. She continued to be a regular fixture on the WTA Tour, with her baseline consistency and mental toughness proving to be key strengths as she competed in premier-level events and challenging opponents. The final years, 2024 and beyond. As Paolini heads into 2024, she remains in her prime and has the potential to continue climbing the rankings. Her rise to prominence over the past few years has shown that she can compete with the best, and she continues to be a threat on the WTA Tour. With the next generation of players rising to prominence, Paolini faces fresh challenges, but her resilience, experience, and tactical understanding of the game should allow her to remain competitive at the highest levels. While her singles career remains her primary focus, Paolini also has the potential to make her mark in doubles, where she has competed successfully on the ITF circuit. Her future on the WTA Tour is bright, and many believe that with continued effort, she can break into the top 20 in the coming years. Legacy and impact. Jasmine Paolini's career, though still unfolding, has already made a significant impact, particularly in her home country of Italy. Her steady rise through the rankings, combined with her hard-earned WTA singles title and consistent performances in major tournaments, showcases her impressive work ethic and dedication to the sport. As one of Italy's brightest tennis prospects, Paolini's legacy will undoubtedly inspire future generations of players. With her determination, grit, and tactical intelligence, Jasmine Paolini has proved herself to be a resilient competitor capable of achieving even greater things in the future. Her career is still in its prime, and the best may still be to come for this tenacious Italian star.